We're live. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. How you guys talk much, Michelle? How are you guys doing? Oh, my glasses are very dirty. Are you guys doing good today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Sean. Well, I can actually read that from being far away. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I don't know. Amber, what's going on? Share. I guess I could do it like this, right? Here, I'm going to share it. Let's see how this works. I've never shared before. We are live on our YouTube. Come join us. There we go. Boom. And share. Okay. I am back. That was fun. I guess we could share. Good morning, Danielle. What's going on, you guys? It is January 21st. We are 21 days into the start of the year. How are we with that? How are we feeling? Thank you for the hearts. Love it. And welcome in, you guys. If this is your first time here, I am half of the Carnivore Power Duo. We have 3 more days left of 21 days. Well, more than that, but 3 where he'll be at church. So next week it'll be Coach and I in the morning together. But right now you get, oh, I forgot. Here, come with me while I turn on Titus's lights. He's probably like, yo, it is morning time. Oh, actually, I think he's hidden. I think he's still sleeping, but I'm waking him up right now. There we go. Yeah, Titus is buried. I don't know if you could see this, but he's buried in there. That's where he likes to bury himself when he sleeps. Oh, no, he's in this one. Okay, so he's in that one. And I told my husband, he made him like a little bath. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, it's that little white thing. He made him a bath, but it's like all the crickets are like committing suicide. So he's got to like not do that. We need to like figure out another way. So let's do an inventory. How are we feeling today on a scale of 1 to 10? As you guys are coming in, let me know where you're coming in. I mean, I know where Sean, I think I know where all you guys live that are on right now, but where you live, what's the weather? Because, you guys, we don't talk about this a lot, but the weather has a lot to do with your carnivore journey. Because, like, for example, Danielle's one of our clients, and I have her doing a task right now. And yeah, 8 degrees. Yeah. And she does her best because it's really cold outside. She's probably laughing right now as I'm saying this. But, weather plays a lot on your mood. I mean, it really does. It plays a lot on your mood. I think, obviously living in Southern California, it's chilly right now for me. For me, it's chilly. It's, it's probably like, well, what is it? Let me see. It is, okay. It's 52 degrees. Now, for me, that's cold. Weather definitely affects my mental. I feel trapped inside. Yeah, no, I get it. Because, you guys know I'm from the East Coast originally. And so when I was pregnant with Nathan, so this was a long time ago. Welcome in, Canaan, chilly in North Carolina, 20s. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it definitely plays a lot because I remember when we first, when Coach got a job in New York. Okay, now my family lives now in Connecticut, some in Long Island, but so when we were looking for a house, I wanted to be closer to our family. So my husband took the train into the city for work, and so we were in Connecticut, and we opened our first gym there. And normally he would do the 4 a.m. class, and then he would hop on the train and go into the city. Well, there were times where his call time was earlier, and I had to teach the 4:30 a.m. class. And if you know anything about me, I don't mind getting up early, but like to actually get dressed and get in a car and go somewhere that early, not my gifting. And not when it's like 8 degrees or 2 degrees out. And I remember, man, getting up, and we had a warehouse. Like our first gym was it was like 5,500 square feet. And we had a whole like area that we did. And I literally said to Mr. Blank's, Billy Blank's World Training Center, I said, I want to replicate exactly what's in LA. So he gave us the carpets, everything. Like our Taibo studio section was literally like being in LA. But then in the warehouse, we had the weight training and the spin bikes and the boxing bags and everything. But there were really high ceilings. And I'll never forget, our first month gas bill was $6,000. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't even warm up the place. And so we never really put it on, and we would get warm after a while. But being so cold literally made me unmotivated. So I totally get, weather can play a really big screw with your mind. And so you've got to figure out things to adapt and to overcome. And, even when you do carnivore, it's a lot of mental. It's a lot of carnivore or whatever. I did if you guys are not registered tonight, make sure you're registered to get on our webinar tonight. We're going to go in a little bit different direction with carnivore, not what you normally see. Some things that are super important. Danielle, without knowing it, already has a little bit of an idea because I'm doing some of that work with her right now. But there's a lot that goes into any plan that you do, whether you're doing carnivore, whether you're doing, the SAD diet. It's not just about your food. There's a whole bunch that goes into it, and your mindset and your understanding and the stories that you tell yourself are really, this is where my therapy training comes in. So I don't talk about this all the time, but after I became a professional dancer, I told myself when I was a little girl, I was going to be a lawyer after I stopped dancing. I don't know where that came from. And I decided when I was really young too, that I was going to go to law school after I had a career in the arts. And so when I was 26-ish, I knew I was getting close to retirement. And, my priorities changed. I wanted, I'm trying to think, had I met Rael yet? I had met Rael, my husband, but we were friends at the time. But I just knew that I didn't want to be living out of a suitcase anymore. And even though I came to LA and was doing more studio work and video and stuff like that, I knew I was getting close to retiring. I am struggling a little with the self-talk. I'm really working on it, trying to talk to God instead than getting in your own way. Yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason why, you noticed, Danielle, when I questioned your check-in, we do that. You guys, you have to understand something. The negative self-talk. No. No. Excuse me 1 second while I take care of this. Do we need to do this? Do we need to do this? Boys? I will tell you guys, the best $6 I ever spent in TikTok shop, this little sucker right here, it literally is a noise that only the dogs can hear. And when I press it, they chill out. Now, Diamond, she's over 10. She's going to be, her birthday's, what are we in? Not February. April's her birthday. She's going to be, oh my gosh, she's going to be 11. But it says that it doesn't work on dogs over 10 because of their hearing. It starts to go. Oh, well, the dogs started getting crazy. So I bought this off of TikTok. It was like $6. And it says that it sends it's silent. Only dogs can hear it. But the second I did it, I don't even need to turn it on anymore. I just show them and they freak out. So it's really good. It gets them to stop barking. Because, 20-year-old daughter is sleeping because she actually worked late last night. So I don't think she got to bed till like 2 or 3. So what she doesn't want to hear is the dogs barking this early. Yeah. So, when we grow up, Okay. When we are being raised by our parents or whatever our environment is growing up, we are taught our standards. Whether you realize it or not, you're taught standards, or somewhere along the line, you have picked up standards, and that's your standard dialogue that you tell yourself. It's one of the things that we do when we coach with our clients is I use I was telling you what happened. Okay. So when I was little, I decided I wanted to be a lawyer. So I finished dancing. So I retired around 20. I was like almost 28. And so I decided, like I always, what one of my favorite movies is? It's for this reason only, Legally Blonde, because she decided, she was gonna follow her boyfriend that broke up with her, and she was gonna apply to Harvard and go to law school. And I always laugh at that movie because I was kind of like what I did. I was like, okay, now time to go to law school. Let me study for the LSATs, except I studied for the LSATs on my own. That was a big mistake. So when I went to take the LSATs the first time, I did terrible. And I was freaking out because I was like, with this score, I'm never going to get into law school. And I remember the proctor said, well, did you do the course? My wife notices that about me. You sound just like your mom, right? So I was like, wait, what course? So then I realized it was actually a course, and you go like when you take the SATs and you study to take the LSATs the right way. And I remember him saying, it only brings up your score about a point or two. And I was thinking to myself, well, crap, I need more than that. Well, I actually increased my score by 30 points because I understood the system on how to answer the question. So anyway, I got into law school, and I got into New York law. I forget where else. And then Pepperdine. And I was in California. So I was like, well, I'm going to go to Pepperdine. And I literally was in my first semester of law school and realized that's another long story, but it was therapy. It was the family law. It was that connection that I really liked. So I applied to Antioch, which at the time was one of only 2 schools in the United States that had practicum. Because being a dancer, I'm like a get all in kind of girl. Like I don't want to read books. I want to like move. I want to do it. I want to feel it. And so this particular program, most grad schools require you to finish before you do your 3,000 hours. So to become a therapist, you have to do 3,000 clinical hours. Then you take the tests on whatever state you're in, and then you become a therapist. So I'm here in California. Well, this is one of only 2 schools at the time where you actually needed 1,200 hours before you can graduate from your master's program. So that was really cool. And so anyway, long story short, everything that I learned being in private practice, we started having kids, and I moved away from being a therapist because how good of a therapist could I be if I'm taking care of, 25, 30 patients a week and not paying attention to my own kids? So I stepped away for a bit. And then when I had a chance to come back, I was like, is this what I really want? Do I really want to go back into this? And so I literally asked God, I was like, I went through all of this. What did I go through it for? This moment right now. It's exactly why I went through it, because, what I've known and what I've been able to weave in when we coach our clients is all this, because this has a lot to do with this. And I mean, what you put in your mouth, your stomach, your relationship with food. What were you told when you were a kid? How do you view things? Like if you're a serial dieter is somebody who's just tried a million things and nothing's worked. It's not that nothing's worked. It's that you haven't worked. Like, have you done the work to understand what your self-talk, like Danielle said? Good morning, Erling. Glad you're here. Oh, it's Caroline. Good morning, Caroline. Caroline, I don't know how to share this out. Like, I mean, I put it on Facebook, but I don't know how to do that. But anyway, so let's talk carnivore. Do you have other people involved in your coaching, helpers, advisors? Well, my husband and I are on our own right now. We did hire our own coaches. We do. Dr. Anthony Chafee has been an immense help to us. You know what? We're trying to figure out how to. We did a great podcast with Dr. Anthony. We were only able to do snippets on TikTok, but we have the full podcast. We'll have to put it up on this channel. But yeah, we've been in, I think what made it really easy for us, like these are some of the conversations that we had with him, with our other mentors that we've worked with, being in the fitness industry and having the certifications. So like, we don't sit here and rattle off our certifications. We're not ego driven like that, but it's important for you to know that we have a very solid background. We're both NASM certified. We've had several. We went to, oh my God, why am I having space where we got our nutrition degrees from? Marymount. We have extensive backgrounds. It was easy in the sense that we had a lot of the knowledge of physiology walking into this. The difficult part was it went against everything we had ever been taught. I mean, we weren't taught that plants were killing us. We weren't taught that you need fats. We were taught to stay away from fats. We were taught I was the queen of low fat, low carb, everything. I was already on the low, I wouldn't even say low carb, more low fat train. I ate for all intents and purposes. If you were to look at what I ate prior to coming to carnivore, I was an extremely clean eater, but my body wasn't representing that. Like, the body that I have now is completely different. I mean, even my students, like this week is our 10th year anniversary. Friday is our 10 years being open at the studio. And even my students are like, it's crazy how you have gotten more in shape over the last year and a half than we've ever seen you. And it's not the working out. It's the food. It's what I've been putting in my body. I was taught that salt is bad. I was taught that fat is bad. I was taught that butter is bad. I was taught that red meat was bad in abundance. I was like, everything that I do right now is completely backwards from everything that I was ever taught. I mean, I could tell you what I used to eat. I would wake up every morning. I've always been an intermittent faster, like pretty much not on purpose. But I was already eating that way. It just worked for my schedule. I wasn't doing it for any other reason, but for convenience. So, but I would always start my morning with oatmeal. Add effects using hand gestures. What? As an Italian, that's like an Italian's dream. Don't know what that is, but I'm going to figure it out. I would eat oatmeal. And I would pour egg whites into my oatmeal. And then I would, truth be told, I'd put a little brown sugar in there because I was like, whatever, I work out. That was my mentality. But then I would put flaxseed, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds on top, and dried cranberries to up, good morning, Bubbles, to up my protein. This is before I was a carnivore. And then I would eat like chicken breast with salad. I would eat protein pasta with 97.3 ground turkey. I was like with Rayos, or I'd make my own sauce. I mean, I was a very clean eater, but my body didn't represent that. So once I came to carnivore and literally flipped, where'd you go? Oh, he came in and came out. And flipped everything that no, daddy's coming back. No. Remind me, we got to get kitty litter from the back of the car. Yeah. Guys. Hey. See, all I have to do is do this. Baby. It says add effects using hand gestures. We got to figure that out because as an Italian, I love to use my hands. I feel like I have a fairly decent knowledge based on carnivore, but without any certifications. I would like a way to help others Wait, ask. Oh, I got it. Well, you know what, Sean? One of the things, I don't know that I necessarily believe in all that getting a carnivore certification. I think that is
No, don't do that, bro.
Don't do that.
So I don't know why she has problems being yes or no. There's people out there right now, Sean. I'm just gonna jump in. Morning, guys, that are like selling. Have you probably seen it, Sean? No, dude. Listen, first and foremost,
you should get with somebody like us.
Yeah.
Honestly,
we definitely could help you. You want to get with. There has not been. It hasn't been around. Let me rephrase. It's been around long enough, but there's
Good
like
morning,
if you see
Ashley.
somebody that are charging you to get a certification and stuff like that,
Just
dude,
laugh.
just run, dude. That's ridiculous. This person is saying that they're going to, you have to, like you say, you get the experience. Carnivore is something that's hands-on experience, right?
Yeah.
You need to be able to walk the walk. You definitely could have like us, outside certifications, I believe. I would be more inclined to tell you to go get your NASM certification, to get some nutrition certification
in the physiology,
even though they're not. So that can add to your credibility as a coach. Okay, and then do like what we did. Get mentored by somebody who's already walking the walk, and that also has a platform and a reputation, so that they can, because we're all about raising up champions and helping other people's, but we're not going to raise somebody up, because when we raise somebody up, everybody that God puts in our life, we're responsible for. So if we're going to raise somebody up, we want to make sure that they're legit as well. And how do you do that? It's the same thing as me as a journey as my pastor right now. I watch my lead pastor like a hawk, because he is the authority in my life. God put him as an authoritative figure in my life. And so I want double his portions, and stuff like that. So you may say, I'm not saying, but there's, like we were, I would pray on it. If you pray, who do I want to be mentored from? It might be us. Reach out to us. We would be happy to talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's somebody else. Reach out to them, say, hey, I want to do this. So that would be my 411. Just
because like I would, and when you asked earlier, Sean, I was just doing this so they could see.
Yeah, what you're doing. Okay, cool. Does that help, Sean?
Even though our nutrition backgrounds, we don't use a portion of it anymore. What we do use is all the things we understand and learned about the human body, understanding the mechanics of your kidneys, those things, because definitely all of that training that we have between our certifications and our degrees, even though there's portions of it we don't particularly use, our knowledge of the gut microbiome, how the functions of the body work, that's been instrumental. I mean, I would definitely tell you, when we work with people with gout and not having.
And what I would also say, Sean, because as you know, I'm a God-driven action coach. I'm like getting totally stirred up right now in my gut right now. I've got the God goosebumps and everything. And I just be obedient. So something that we're working on that is coming. So if that's something where your real passion is your heart, I would highly recommend that you get in our 90-day awakening thing, because we are going to, because there's only two of us, right? And as God blesses us, it's exploding, it's growing. We are incorporating we're working on it right now, an affiliate program. Okay, so you'll be able to, promote this program. You can get reimbursed for it, which is important, right? We all start as people that are passionate. Trust me, I've been there. I don't care about the money. I'm just doing it because I'm passionate. Well, listen, you still got to pay bills.
Well, yeah, because he's a family of six, and he said going back to school is not an option.
And, also, like God is telling me, my wife too, once again, we look for people to mentor that can be part of what we've been blessed with and be an extension. So we are going to be, adding coaches to our academy and stuff like that, so maybe you're not here I say nobody's here for a coincidence. So if any of this resonated with you and you want to be part of what we're doing, message us privately. We'll get on a Zoom and we'll talk more in depth about it. Okay. Thank you. What does it say there? Read it.
It says add effects using hand gestures. Turn on reactions to express yourself with a hand gesture during a video call.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's TikTok or if
Let me see your
that's my TikTok.
Oh wait, you
listening.
know what?
It
Is
might
that
be
your phone? Because they just updated.
No, it's my laptop. But the update happened last night while I was sleeping. Is
Turn
that
on
part of?
reactions to express yourself with hand gestures during a video call. Click on camera in the status menu. Hold on.
Well, don't do it now. But I think it might be the update.
I think it might be your phone.
Well, it's not my phone. It's my laptop you're on.
Okay.
But I'm saying the update happened on my laptop last night.
Yeah, because it does say a video call. This is not a video call.
No. Okay.
This is a live stream.
So maybe like when I do the Zooms is what I'm thinking it. But even so, how cool.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
this again?
That's Caroline.
That's Caroline. I just got to get used to these new.
Well, because she's not able to change it because her son hijacked her YouTube.
That son of yours. Oh, so listen. Speaking of, did you do everything already, baby?
I haven't done anything.
Oh, let's do our thing.
Okay.
So let's go. There you go. All
I was
right.
waiting for you.
I've got my food cooking. All right.
Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Welcome to the Carnivore Power Duo Station.
My name is Rael Andrews. I'm a God-driven action coach, and this is my beautiful queen,
Coach Michelle. All the glory to God.
Dave. And together we are the Carnivore Power Duo, guys. So we come together to help you do carnivore the right way. Carnivore is an amazing way of life. It is not a diet. It's an amazing way of life. And with over 83 years of experience between the two of us, building 4 gyms, helping over tens of thousands of people to achieve their goals the standard American diet way, we now can tell you without a doubt, carnivore is absolutely the best way to be the best version of yourself, to heal, to just all amazing things, right? So what is carnivore? Because there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of confusion out there. There's basically 3 lanes in the ketogenic lifestyle. There's carnivore, there's animal-based, and there is keto. They're all ketogenic. They're great if they're working for you. But we're going to go out on a limb and say, if you're here, it's either because you're curious, you're not getting the complete results that you want, you're doing carnivore and it's not working, so you're in the right place. So what is carnivore? There's 2 lanes in carnivore, okay? There's Lion's diet, which is the OG, and there's carnivore. Lion's diet is...
It is. We're changing roles today. This is so cool.
I just like to
not talk a lot of times you hear people saying I'm doing strict carnivore. They're not really. Strict is lions. That is the meat from a ruminant animal. That is an animal with a 4-chambered stomach, okay? For example, a cow, a lamb, a goat, bison, the list goes on, elk, but it's super important because it is a 4-chambered stomach animal that is it, water and a quality rock salt. That is carnivore. There is no bacon, there is no eggs, there is no chicken, there is no pork, there is no, I'm trying to think of seafood,
yeah,
right? No butter.
Yeah, none of that.
None of that.
Now, why would somebody choose, why do we use, when is it that we use the Lions?
So we will suggest to a new client to get on Lions if they have a lot of if they're on a lot of medication, they have a lot of health ailments, autoimmune, IBS, just things that are really like a lot of inflammation. We recommend that they get on it for a minimum of 30, but at least 90 days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and then there is carnivore. So what is carnivore? Carnivore is a good, healthy, fatty cut of meat, 70-30, 80-20, a good, healthy rock salt and water. That's it on the basis line.
Seafood.
But now, seafood, the redder, the better. Thank you. And if your body permits, right, the wonderful egg, it's the wonder food, right?
Yep.
So when would your body not permit?
If you have IBS, certain autoimmunes, the best way to tell if you, people say I have an aversion to eggs. Well, that's a loosely based term, because a lot of people are like, oh, I have an aversion to eggs because they just don't care for them. Well, you should eat them. They're amazing. But if you find that every time you have an egg, now in the beginning, it's very common to pee out your butt. That's a hormonal response first couple of weeks. You will see that in a lot of people. But if it continues to happen, and track it, if it happens like every 15, 20 minutes after you eat eggs, you're peeing out your butt, yeah, you probably have to go to Lions and heal your gut. Again, that goes back to our training with your microbiome. You literally need to reset your body. This is what carnivore does. Carnivore will help eliminate your what's the word I'm looking for when you have allergic reactions to things. Like when you have issues, it'll literally start healing your body. And then what's the other thing you do on carnivore?
We can also do butter as long as it's grass-fed, okay? And we'll hold that comment for a second. So now what we don't do on carnivore is more important than what we do. We are carnivore. That's the name. So if it walks, it runs, it flies, it swims, and it doesn't talk back, we eat it. We like it a lot.
Actually,
all
histamine.
Right? And so now we are carnivore, so we don't eat anything that is plant-based. Nothing from plants.
Nothing.
No fruits, no vegetables, no cucumbers, no pickles, no avocados. We don't eat any of that. We don't eat any processed. That is definitely Satan's food. And we don't eat any sugar. That's definitely Satan's food. And we don't eat any sweeteners, which is worse than sugar.
Yep. And especially anything that ends in lose. Guys, I've said it before. Allulose is actually banned in every country but the United States. So things that make you go home. And no honey, no monk fruit.
Yep, no honey. Bee vomit. Okay.
As Dr. Chafee says. Bee vomit.
Yeah, we don't eat any sauces, guys, or gravies. No cream sauces, no gravies. We do love the butter and the stuff that comes from cooking your meat and stuff like that. We're talking about, the box stuff with the low fat, all that kind of crazy stuff. We don't do spices, no black pepper, red pepper, orange pepper, cayenne pepper. We don't do garlic. We don't do hot sauce, churrasco sauce. None of that stuff, guys.
That is people bringing their agenda to carnivore and not carnivore to your agenda.
And the last three, baby, that we don't do is what?
Well, okay. So this is the big one. Now you will see it's a fine line. Technically, there is no dairy on carnivore. But didn't you say, baby, that we could do grass-fed butter?
I did.
Isn't butter a dairy?
Oh my gosh, it is. Did I mess up?
No, you didn't, because there is no casein in butter. Your body doesn't break it down like it does other dairy products. Your body utilizes it as a fat. So if your body tolerates it, do it and do it in abundance. You want to do grass-fed always, because there's more of a nutrient composition to it. But butter is butter as long as it's butter and salt, no other crap. If you heard us the other day, Steak and Butter Girl did a great video about the change in Kerrygold unsalted. They have literally changed their processing of it, so stay away from it. But other than that, just a good quality grass-fed butter. But dairy, you guys, has casein when you're talking about cheese. And, it was always designed, like Dr. Anthony Chafee says it the best. Dairy is not carnivore. People do it. If you want to, have at it. But it's an accessory. It is not the main course, and it will stall your weight loss. 100%. Be very clear that it will stall your weight loss. So just keep that in mind. If at the end of the day, we just bring you the information, what you do with it is, yours. But guys, listen, I'm going to go on a tangent for a second.
Yeah, let's go. I like tangents. You go on a tangent. I want to get my hot water cup.
Okay. I think it's over there. Guys, there is so much research out there about bagged cheese. Don't do it. Like, if you're going to decide to bring dairy in, which would technically make you animal-based or keto, which again is fine. You're in the ketogenic umbrella, but too much dairy will stall your weight loss. End of conversation. But if you are going to choose to do it, it is hard cheeses, okay? And 2 ounces or less daily, okay? It is not cottage cheese. It is not cream cheese. Those, yes, will keep you in a ketogenic lifestyle, but they are soft cheeses. They are super high in lactose. Lactose equals sugar. The casein that gets broken down in your body. You want to talk about training, physiology, how your body works? This is not a carnivore thing. It's a physiological fact. Your body breaks down casein, and there is a chemical reaction called casomorphine. Where's my little morphine?
Oh, morphine. Sorry.
It literally signals your body to want more. That is actually a chemical reaction. So the more the breakdown, the more your body's going to crave. Now, you'll see people drinking raw milk in the ketogenic lifestyle. Again, if it doesn't bother you, I've actually tried it. I told you when I had my dental surgery, I was like, I'm going to try raw milk. Went through me faster than I was drinking it, going right out my butt like crazy. But here's the reality. It will create inflammation. It will definitely stall your weight loss. It literally, when mama cows feed their baby cows, they're on the udder, right? They do it to fatten the cows up, to make them grow faster. It literally in humans makes us go like this, goes right into your gut. So again, like if you have ever heard any coaches talk about raw milk, and if they do it, very minimal, right? Same with your heavy whipping cream. Not going to lie, I have used heavy whipping cream, but you know what you got to make sure of? Daniela will write it in the chats because I learned that it's also in shoe polish. A lot of heavy whipping creams have carrageenan in them. That is probably one of the worst inflammatory, cancer-causing agents out there. I could say the C word on here. So be very, very careful. Don't even touch pre-shed. Well, that's what I was going to say, Sean. I got on a little bit of a tangent there. That shredded cheese that you think you're getting in a bag is not cheese. It is full of emulsifiers and all kinds of craziness. I sent a picture to my husband last night.
I almost had a nightmare when I opened it up. It scared me so bad.
Listen, you got to hear this.
This is red.
Oh, that's for Titus.
My Titus. Okay, this is not carnivore. Okay, this guys is called plant. We don't eat it. This carnivore don't know. No,
but our bearded dragon does.
Because what? This is a great lesson. Why does a bearded dragon? Because the bearded dragon's primary food is meat. But it is also one of those things like a gorilla that has a backup stomach and a chamber that is able to break this down into cellulose in a way that they can use it. We cannot. So if we were to eat this right now, you get all kind of gas, farting, you get indigestion.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. How many of you guys notice we don't fart on carnivore?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so fun. We can talk about so much
I know.
Stuff
I'm glad you said that about the Starbucks, Danielle. Yes, the heavy whipping cream that they use has carrageenan in it, but more importantly, first and foremost, you guys, oat milk there's no such thing as oat milk. Think about it. Can you get milk from an oat? No, you cannot. They literally have seed oils in them. And that's one of the number one things that Starbucks uses. Vegetables aren't food. They're what food eats. Yeah, exactly. But check this out. I sent this to my husband last night. You want to hear what's in a McDonald's French fry? He sent me this video last night that was, oh my God, Danielle, I have to send it to you. It was so disgusting. This woman threw French fries on the ground and she came back and there were ants all over the French fries, dead. They were dead. Okay, here's what's in McDonald's French fries. Potatoes, vegetable oil, canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, natural beef flavoring, wheat and milk derivatives, dextrose, sodium, acid, phosphate, salt cooked in proprietary formula, which may contain one of the following: canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, TBHQ, have no idea what that is, and citric acid. Dimethyl dude, I can't even, is added to prevent foaming. What the F? What the frig is dimethylpolysilicon? I can't even, dude, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 letters long. Oh, yeah. And then it ends with natural beef
wow, baby,
flavoring.
we're up to 18.
Contains hydrogenized wheat and hydrolyzed milk as a starting agent.
Guys, we're over 100 subscribers and we're up to 19.
Yay.
We're growing every day. Thank you. And it's because of you guys spreading the word and showing up. So a couple things, right? Number one.
Tonight?
Yes.
Oh.
So guys, yes, our webinar is tonight. So make sure you register for that. That is free. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's no excuse. We get together, we spend an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know. No, depends how the Holy Spirit goes us. It's supposed to be an hour, but sometimes we just get excited and inspired, and we go deep, and we give like coaches, like getting one-on-one coaching session for us. So if you're new, you're experienced, or whatever, you can come in there and ask us questions, and we just go into detail. Here we have an hour,
We're
so
going
we
to
got to
save
talk
the
fast.
questions for the end this time.
Yeah. Okay. We'll save the questions till the end.
Did you see my outline?
I did. I was going to ask you if that was your outline or Donna's.
No, it was my outline.
Oh.
I got all therapy on us.
Oh boy.
I did.
Okay.
Tonight's going to be really good. It's going to be a lot different than the last one. You didn't look at the outline because if you
I didn't look at the outline yet. Did I say I looked at it? No, I haven't looked at it yet.
You said you did. That's why I was like, I knew you did.
Well, I seen it, but I didn't look at it in depth. So anyways, couple things. One, because I love when God confirms. So this morning, and I apologize because I forget, because we're very passionate about it, okay? And we just forgot. This morning, the Holy Spirit told me, he said, dude, you forgot to recognize and support the emergency responders. So everybody, if you're an emergency responder, military, law enforcement, a veteran, and you want to do our 90-day awakening, you guys get 20% off, okay? That's what we do. We always do that. I already sent on a thing.
Oh, okay.
So if you're, as of right now, let me see. Did she message me? I told her to message me when the code was available. No, what I wanted to share with you. So the whole point of that, yes, we are doing that, but I love when, so it is available. So guys, if you go, your coupon code is ER, not the show. ER for emergency responder. Yay. Okay.
And so then just snap a picture of your badge or whatever.
Yeah, we're going to go on, dude. Listen, I thought of that. I hear you, honey. But listen, if you're going to disrespect and try to pretend you're an emergency responder, that's on you, bro. That's on you.
Sweets.
That's on you.
We should do that with
these people, they deserve it. So I thought about that. I'm not going to ask you to verify. That's on you. Okay. So if you're an emergency responder, police, law enforcement, military, ambulance, any emergency responder, we value you. We appreciate you. Firefighter, you get 20%. Veterans, 20% off. So when you go to checkout, just put ER in the coupon code. Okay. And it'll save you 20%. What I wanted to say is I love how God confirms. So the Holy Spirit said that to me this morning, and I didn't have to talk to my wife about that because we're on the same page with that. And I was like, oh, cool. So this morning we're in prayer and fasting, and Pastor JL comes up and she goes, it's really been put on my heart today. I want to pray for all emergency responders. Aww. And I was like, thank you, God. Okay. And it was just in case you missed it this morning. So we're going to do that. And with that said, I'm just really feeling, Sean, let's talk, because you are like you've caught my attention from day one. And you're right. You're the kind of person that we want to add to our team as God blesses this and grows. So let's talk. Make sure you message us, and let's get on a Zoom together, you, me, and my wife, so we can get to know each other a little better. Want to find out, because we want to make sure that you're a right fit for what God's calling us to do. And we're the right fit for you as well. You want to do that as well. Okay.
Amen.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done.
You're done
with that.
Okay.
Thank you. No, I'm just saying thank you to our amazing, we call her Oz. She's the one that helps.
I guess I gotta go change, which I don't know, but she put it in the chat. It's your old credit card for running the ads. You did that. Let me
shoot it to her now.
No, she sent, you got to click on it in our chat on Messenger. You have to do it. She cannot get into our thing. Gotcha. Are you going to the food bank?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll so you can do it after this.
Okay, cool.
I'm just taking class today, so I just need to be there by like 8:20. So funny. Oh, but I do want to swing by Ralph's. We are either way.
We got time.
Yeah. How do you know? How do you know you've been? Yeah. How do you know you've been married as long as we have? Did you notice I didn't even finish any of my sentences, and he knew exactly what I was talking about? I was like 2 words into everyone. Do you have any carnivore questions today, guys? We're really excited about the webinar. I'm super excited about it, and I can't wait for Coach to read my outline, because what we talked about at the beginning of this was talking about the standards that we have been taught when it comes to our relationship with food. And that's kind of going to be the direction of what we talk about and how to weave carnivore into all of that.
So good. A little overcooked, baby.
Oh, you know what? Because it wasn't my bad. I did it on the brisket, the thicker brisket setting. And these were a little on the thinner side.
I like it juicy. This is the old rail that used to. This is how I used to be. She forgot who it was, because before I used to I want it dead. It needs to be like leather. I don't want to see any red, nothing at all. That's how I used to be.
In my defense, these I should have realized these were a little thinner than our brisket ones.
Still good.
Yeah, because I got 4 more for later. And I have steak too. Yeah, you guys are so quiet today.
What happened?
What happened? Is the chat not working?
See, my wife I have no problem sitting in silence. My wife cannot sit in silence.
Cannot.
It makes her crazy. I could sit here and just continue with my day and talk with my wife and have my
I will talk to myself out loud because it's too quiet. Like when I teach, there's nothing worse. Like when I talk to my students throughout class. Now it is a teaching, we crack you up. It is a teaching technique because, I want to make sure they're breathing, because believe it or not, people hold their breath when they work out. My husband sits in silence and I say, why are you mad at me? Danielle, you're my person. I'm like, it's so funny because Marcus, our oldest, is like a carbon copy of him when it comes to like all of that. And I'm literally like, are you mad at me? What's wrong? You're annoyed. Are you okay? He goes, Mom, I'm just being quiet. And Ashley too. And I'm like, you sure? You sure? Because I don't think you're okay. Are you okay? He was in, true. Oh my God, Marcus was in his heyday. So he is in Las Vegas right now at the gun show, or what is it called? Anyways, it's this big thing that happens in Vegas. My husband's actually been to it when he was on the show. No. I was just saying it wasn't called that, but when he was on Soldier of Fortune, he was invited. And so our son is in his heyday. But last night he sent us a picture. And it was really funny because when I looked at it, I knew the guy looked familiar to me, but our son's like 6'3". And the guy standing next to him was like this little itty bitty thing height wise. Like he was short and stout. Here is my teapot. Sorry. He was short and stout, but I was looking at him going, God, he looks really familiar to me. And then I clicked on, because, Marcus did a mention, and it was the 7 soon to be, God willing, 8-time Mr. Olympia. And I said to Marcus, I said, he looks so, because he can't be more than 5'7". I mean, he's not tall at all, but he's 212 pounds. Like he sent me this morning. Oh, you didn't see the picture with Marcus and this one. This is Mr. Olympia.
Franco Colombo?
No, this is Sean. What's his name? Hold on. I'll show you.
Yeah, because they look bigger when they're small. It's a good body frame.
But like, that's what he looks like on stage. Flex Lewis.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is, okay. So I have to show you if you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but that's him, right? That's him competing, winning Mr. Olympia last year. But let me show you the picture of him and Marcus. Like, doesn't he look so little next to my child? But, and I don't mean little, like little. I mean, like, he's really short compared to our child. Look at
those forearms.
I know his forearms are ridiculous. I mean, his body. Oh, they want to know if he fed Titus yet.
Titus is sleeping in.
Titus is still, yeah. Oh, but is he okay?
Yeah, he's inside the cabin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why when I turned on the lights, I saw him and I was like, oh, he's still, maybe he's like, is he like going through some growing where I feel like he's sleeping, but he was very active last night at like 9:30.
Yeah, he's in the cabin.
He's in his cabin, Amber.
He's in his cabin right now. He's not, if he comes out, we'll feed him.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm trying to think. I saw a lot of, oh my gosh. I started following that guy that you sent me about. Do you guys all follow on Instagram the Oreo cookie?
Oh, I saw that, but the Oreo cookie.
Yeah, but he is.
I used to eat Oreo cookies like it was my job.
You need to follow on Instagram. Oh, here, I'll write it. You want to follow. This is on IG. He does really crazy, scary videos. The Brain Rot Reels. He isn't it? No, you want to follow him because he literally, you get the truth about what's in food. Like his videos are really fun to watch, but really gross at the same time. Yeah, no, it's crazy, Ashley. Like I started following him after I saw the Oreo cookie one. I was like, yeah, he has.
What's his name?
It's Brain Rot
I've
Reels.
seen him. I don't know that.
Yeah, I'll send you his profile. Oh my God, I almost sent that to because I sent it to Monique last night too. And she's like, you have to ruin everything, don't you? I'm like, not me, girl. The emulsifiers that are in like the cream filling inside of an Oreo is not even, which we knew. I mean, I'm not surprised, but like, it's not even, there's not even a scent of anything that would make sense to create the cream. Like there's not even milk. Like there's not, you know what I mean? Like thinking of the base, there's like nothing in it that like, it's amazing how they can make, well, we've said this. Oh, I can say it because we're on YouTube. Okay. So our client, we have a lot of clients who are truck drivers, a lot. It's crazy. But our one client drives a truck and one of their biggest clients is Schneider's, because I've never been able to say this on the other channel. Schneider's Pretzels is one of their biggest clients. And so he was telling me a story about how when he delivers the flour, because that's one of his routes, is that he has to back up and come within a certain distance of the, you know how like you'll see trucks back all the way up and then they'll just unload right into the warehouse. Well, he has to stay a certain distance. And it's not the flour that's the problem. But then the guys come out in their hazmat suits and they grab everything because they have, the hazmat suits are from what they brush on it to make it shine. Like, how scary is that? There was the BBC show that was called You Are What You Eat. Oh, I saw that. The lady would place everything on a table of what was in different foods. Oh, I saw that. Dang, those are the pretzels I grew up on. Surprised I'm not dead, girl. Same. Like, so crazy. Was?
That's me.
Oh, my bad. Crazy. Yeah. So that was like, I've always been dying to tell you because I always kept saying the big S, but yeah, it was Schneider's Pretzels. Like, how crazy is that? Hazmat suits, you guys, for pretzels. Oh, who saw the video that Coach was talking about yesterday? It's so funny. I sent that to Leah and Leah goes, yeah, she's using all that great flour for her bread, but she's got like all the self-tanners on, all the poison she's putting in her body. She always finds something, cracks me up. There's this video. And the guy takes store-bought bread and literally puts it underneath water and it's like a sponge. So the girl tried her homemade sourdough bread, and the second she put it underneath the water, it disintegrated, which is
you think it would.
Like you think it would. But like when we always say, do not get store-bought bread. Like, I challenge you guys. I would love you all to like make a video. Well, not you guys, because you're all carnivore, but maybe you have people in your family or your kids. Be careful what you're buying your kids. Like, do not, like, if you're going to do bread, learn to make your own bread. It's actually not that hard. I thought it would be hard, but it's really not. You just got to get a sourdough starter if you're going to make sourdough. That's really easy. But yeah, Crazy. Like our daughter, she's been making bagels and all kinds of stuff. She just YouTubed it all, and we went yesterday and got the yeast and
what? Maybe more.
She's going to. No, it's in the refrigerator. But yeah, she made bagels. She's made not that this is anything carnivore, but she made at all. This is just her. It's fine. She's not a carnivore, but she made cinnamon buns from scratch. But it's really like crazy, like what we were sharing with her, because she couldn't figure out how the bagels got hard so fast. And I'm like, because there's no crap in them. I go, there's no artificial anything. Because she's like, bread stays. And I go, yeah, because it's not real. It's all chemicals. Because when she made the bagels, she just kind of loosely wrapped it. But she didn't like put in anything. And I said, that's the problem. I mean, when our son started making, he has his own business, but when he started making sourdough bread, like it literally would get hard after like 3 days. Like you want to eat it right away. All right, we got a couple more. Oh. So tonight, yeah, Amber, it's crazy. It is crazy. Well, you have to think about it, guys. Again, we talk about this all the time. Coach is going to be 63. I'm going to be 58. We grew up in the 70s. When I think about, my mom worked at Benny's Farm Market. You too, Ashley. And, there wasn't much to choose from growing up. I just saw a video yesterday where he questions about gravy. Oh, yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that. That's what we were talking about with McDonald's, Sean. 69 million people served daily.
Yeah.
Can our daughter be on a channel, Amber? She does not like to go on camera. That would be she won't even let me make videos.
We'd be viral if she would.
Yeah, we totally would. She's gorgeous. She goes on, she has a TikTok channel that we're not allowed to go on. I mean, we see it, but she will literally do she'll just do like a do little thing, and then she'll get like 100,000 views. I'm like, must be nice to be cute. All right, you guys. Well, we're so excited tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you go. So when you're on YouTube, you will see all of our links at the very bottom, but just go to carnivorepowerduo.com. That is our website. You can, I'm not sure. Well, the webinar go into our stand store, but it's carnivorepowerduo.com/webinar. But if you go into our stand store, you can register for the webinar, which you definitely want to do. Whether you can be on it live or not, you will get the recording tomorrow if you're not able to make it, but you have to register to get the recording. And that's it. We'll see you tonight. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Same time, same bat channel here. Thanks for playing with us today.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I can't believe that I used to love meat like this because it's so dry. I'm choking over here.
Sorry.
But no, it's okay. It's just a reminder how far we've come. Yeah, and so, guys, don't forget, guys, the 90-day awakening, guys. Get in there. And like I said, emergency responders, use the coupon code ER and save yourself 20%. It would be honored. It's our honor and privilege to serve you after all the service you've done for us. Amen.
All right, you guys, have a great, wonderful day. Bye. Yeah, I told you she would.